Paige, a 40-year-old housewife with a day job. With my husband, John, who's the same age as me, I had a daughter, Pam, who's in 3rd grade. John doesn't really help me with the housework, but he volunteers to drive Pam to school and to her after-school activities. Don't you think he's a wonderful husband? Well, if that was his only intention, I would love to praise him too, but that's not the case. Actually, my husband loves cars, and we've gotten into multiple fights after he bought expensive cars without my permission. He would drive Pam to school just to brag about his expensive car. He was gonna pick her up again, so I was waiting for them to come home while I cooked dinner, but they're late. Then the two of them came home 2 hours later than planned. Welcome home. That took you pretty long.
Ask that the reason why it took us so long. Ugh!
Oh my, she's mad.
Did you forget to go pick her up? My car was malfunctioning, so I was visiting the dealer. It took a bit longer than I expected.
Then you could have called me. We live close enough to walk her to school. You're causing trouble to the teachers as well.
It was the teacher's daughter who took me to the dealer, so I can't just let my daughter go home.
Huh? The teacher's daughter? Pam took private English lessons held at the teacher's house, so it was possible for them to run into their daughter. I remember her saying that she had a young daughter. Huh? You didn't go to your usual dealer?
You're wondering why I didn't go to the dealer. That's what you're asking about, so, the reason is...
No, he's definitely hiding something. Was the usual dealer closed today? When I gave him an idea, he smiled as if that was exactly what he wanted to say and nodded his head up and down.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. They happened to be closed today, and when I was struggling, Kath offered her help.
Kath? He's casually calling her by her nickname?
Oh, she's the daughter. Don't have weird thoughts, okay? I always pick Pam up, so we would naturally have a conversation. There's nothing suspicious between us.
Very suspicious.
Mom, Catherine said she was 20, so I think there's nothing to be worried about. There's a saying that says husbands aren't popular enough to make their wives jealous.
Where did she learn that?
She's right. By the way, Paige, we have to pay for the car maintenance fee, so we might have to cut back on our expenses. Do you mind if I transfer less this month?
Again? He would usually pay the agreed amount on his payday every month, but he's been saying that all the time recently. I have no idea what he was using his money on, but was Kath the reason all along? But like Pam said, I doubt that a young girl would fall for a guy who even is a child. A month later, I didn't want to be suspicious, but his actions were getting more sus. He was coming home later than usual, and he even talks less at home. He tends to stay silent at home, but whenever he goes to pick up our daughter, he looks super excited. But today, he was looking a bit upset.
Pam, Dad's gonna wait for you in the car.
Whoa, he's so down today. What's wrong with him?
Paige, I'll come home real quick, so please stay here. I have something to tell you.
You want to tell me something? Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. He trudged out of the house.
Mom, there's something I have to apologize to you about.
Then Pam, who finished getting ready, approached me.
I think there was an exception to the saying that husbands weren't popular enough to make their wives jealous.
Huh? Does that mean... What? Does Pam know something?
I was being careless because I always thought he was an inattentive guy who only had an interest in cars. But I never thought it would end this way. I should have done better.
Why are you saying that? First of all, what do you know?
Nothing, but you can kind of figure it out. A middle-aged guy who can only be proud of his cars picking his daughter up with dirty intentions is so lame. Mom, depending on what he tells you, you've got to stand firm.
Oh, okay.
I'm leaving now. Good luck, Mom. Well, even if something happens, you'll always have me. So I think you'll probably be fine.
Right, I'll stay strong no matter what he tells me. 30 minutes later, when I saw my husband who came home, I was questioning my decision to stay strong no matter what. He came home with a young girl who I assumed was Catherine. Her face was a mess from all the crying, and she started talking at the entrance.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry.
Wait a minute, why is she the one crying? Even before I heard about what happened, it was pretty clear that I was the one who should be crying.
Actually, Kath got pregnant, with my baby.
Huh? Pregnant? What is he saying?
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. It was my fault I met Johnny and fell in love with him. Please don't blame Johnny.
Wow, so ugly when she cries.
It's all my fault. I had a wife and a child, but I ended up meeting Kath. If only I wasn't married, Kath wouldn't have had to worry so much.
What? You were the one who hit on me!
No, if you weren't married, we wouldn't have met each other.
Kath?
Wait a minute, why are they acting out a melodrama in front of me?
So Paige, please, get divorced with me.
Oh, so you did remember I was here! You were both in your own world so much I thought I might have been invisible.
They say love is blind.
That's not what I meant.
But I know you love John a lot just like me. But we love each other dearly.
Now my love for him is long gone.
I have to protect this new life and Kath for the rest of my life. So please, get divorced with me. I'm begging you.
Please!
They bowed deeply towards me, as if I was the one refusing to get a divorce.
I want to be with him no matter what. I'm willing to risk everything for my love.
See, everything, huh? Then I guess I'll have to take all kinds of responsibilities. Huh? Are you sure? Then pay me 20 million as compensation money.
Huh?
20 million? People would just ask for $1 million or so for compensation.
Yeah, he's right. I will pay for compensation, but 20 million? Oh, I thought she was willing to risk anything. You said you'd do anything for your love. If you say everything, 20 million shouldn't be a problem for you. A one-time payment or a divided payment? If you pay me, I'll sign the divorce papers right away.
No way! Are you out of your mind?
Huh? You had an affair with the father of a student who takes your mother's lessons. How dare you question my sanity? She must have thought I would agree to our divorce if she cried in front of me saying she'd do anything. I'm not that easy to persuade.
If you can't pay $20 million, then what are you willing to do? Huh? I'll do anything. I can apologize on my knees.
Here we go. If you didn't have to pay for compensation just by apologizing on your knees, how easy would that be? I see, I get it.
Is that true?
For you, my husband is not worth a single penny.
It's not like that.
That's not the case. Then how much can you pay me? 10,000?
Huh? About that.
5 million?
Maybe a little bit less than that.
It's not like we're at a bargain sale. Then 3 million.
A bit cheaper, please. Here comes nothing. Let's decrease the amount by a big portion and say 200.
Huh? You're saying that I'm only worth 200?
I think you're not that expensive.
Because I don't have a job.
Your parents do, so they'll probably pay you.
That's impossible. If they found out that I got pregnant with a married man's baby, they'll kick me out of the house.
Huh? You said your mother liked me, so she'll be glad if you tell her that you get married to me.
No parent on this planet would congratulate a couple that got together after stealing their partner from someone else.
No parent with their right mind would celebrate us who got together as the result of an affair. We're a tragic couple that wouldn't get celebrated by anyone in this world. I want to stay with you even if that means I have to cut relations with my parents.
Kath, me too.
What is this act? Gosh, can they stop acting out a melodrama here? When I was thinking that to myself, the doorbell rang. Who's visiting us at this time? When my husband opened the door, a middle-aged man that I didn't recognize was standing there.
Who are you, sir?
Catherine was trembling next to my husband who entered the door. Which means...
I'm Catherine's father.
I knew it.
Father? Pam told me, so I came here. Catherine, what are you doing at one of our students' houses?
As expected from Pam, she really gets her job done quickly. I guess she had this all planned.
Pam forgot something, so I visited to give it back to them.
What a horrible excuse.
But Pam is in her classroom right now.
Look, he's quick to refute.
So...
Don't make excuses. I heard everything. You had an affair with a student's father and got pregnant? And you're asking for a divorce? But you insist that you can only pay $200? Stop being so selfish!
Whoa, scary.
I'm sorry, but I love John. I only have him. If you cut relations with me, I've decided that I'll stay with John no matter what.
Oh, here comes part 3 of the melodrama.
Father, I will take responsibility and get a divorce with my wife. I'll take great care of Catherine, so please approve our relationship. I only have Catherine. It's just that we met each other late in life. Won't it be cruel to separate us just because of that?
Who the hell wrote this cliche script? I was getting tired of this stinking melodrama. but there's someone here who's moved by this melodrama.
Right. I can't separate those who are in love.
Huh? He was greatly absorbed in their world now.
I'll pay for compensation. So please, get a divorce with your husband, ma'am.
Like that he bowed. I thought he was on my side? My husband and Catherine were looking triumphant, getting someone so reliable on their side. I understand very well about how much they love each other. If you're gonna pay on their behalf, I'll happily get a divorce.
Paige!
I'll send you the details for the compensation money through my lawyer.
Compensation money? You mean 20 million?
No way! I bet it's gonna be around 3 million in total maximum.
Even if you don't want to pay, you'll have to pay though.
Okay, I'll responsibly pay for compensation.
Dad, I love you!
Yeah, what a great dad.
Then can you pay me 20 million as a one-time payment?
Huh?
Hey, I thought you said the compensation money would be around 3 million. She's panicking. Oh, this isn't compensation money. It's the amount my husband borrowed from me. Huh?
About that. Borrowing 20 million from his wife? What's going on?
You never told me you were in debt.
Oh, you didn't tell something so important to your new wife to be, huh?
In order to buy your car that you're proud of now, you took your daughter's savings. Although you failed to make an investment, you used your savings to buy another car. And you even borrowed money, but it wasn't working out, so you asked for my help. You promised to pay me back little by little, but you haven't paid me a single penny yet. So you still have to pay me exactly 20 million.
Huh? You're in debt because you bought that car?
What kind of guy are you?
Obvious, though. John doesn't have a full-time job.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't know? He barely contributes to our living expenses and is uncooperative with the housework, rarely looking after our daughter as well. The only thing he's interested in is cars, and so he's in a lot of debt. On second thought, why was I even married to this person?
Why didn't you tell me about not having a full-time job? You said you worked for a large corporation.
I work for a large corporation. Part-time.
Huh? You have such a nice car, but you don't have a full-time job and have so much debt? That's a fraud.
Break up with a guy like him right now!
Oh, I thought she said she'd do anything for her love a second ago.
I thought I'd be able to live an easy life not having to work if I married a rich guy. I approached a middle-aged guy on purpose, but how come you're jobless? There's no point in stealing a married middle-aged man if that is the case.
Whoa, this woman is horrible too.
Huh? I thought you loved me. If you really love me, it shouldn't matter whether I have a debt or not, a job or not.
Think there's love between us? A poor man like you should go back to your debts before you go looking for love. Very true.
I agree. You're middle-aged, but you're still drunk in love.
Oh, look, he was affected by their fake melodrama just now and said he'd pay for compensation a while ago.
I won't be paying for compensation, and I won't allow you to remarry my daughter! No, wait. First of all, borrowing money from my wife shouldn't be considered a debt. Once we get a divorce, things get vague, and I heard that I won't be held responsible for paying it back.
What are you saying? That only applies to when you borrowed money to cover for the living expenses. And did you forget that you signed like a promise that you wouldn't be able to escape your debt like this? When I found out about my husband's extravagant spending, I had the lawyer make a promissory note, so whether we get a divorce or not, it's his duty to pay me back. Who does he think I am, that stupid guy?
No way! Father, you once approved our marriage, so please pay on my behalf.
He's being a little too selfish.
You don't have the right to call me father! Please, your daughter's pregnant with a baby!
Oh, that's a lie.
Huh?
You weren't getting a divorce at all and I was getting a bigger belly after I gained weight, so I decided to lie about being pregnant. I thought I'd just tell you it was a misunderstanding later on, but I never thought I'd tell you this fast. But thanks to that, I realized that you weren't worth stealing from another woman. Let's go, Dad. I won't be getting married to a guy like this, so you don't have to pay for compensation.
Good.
Wait a minute! I stopped the two who were about to leave.
What? You don't have to get a divorce. Wish you the best.
You dare wish me good luck? You destroyed my household. You think you won't have to pay for compensation because you won't be getting remarried and you weren't actually pregnant?
Because I'm also a victim of fraud. I approached him thinking he was rich.
Shut up! In this case, the only victims are me, my daughter, and your mother.
Huh? Mom's not involved.
You had an affair with the parent of her student. Why wouldn't she be involved? Many people caught you guys meeting up secretly in the car and going for a drive or having a meal together. There's a rumor saying her daughter is going after married men, so the number of students is decreasing too. You barged into our house, threatened me to get a divorce, and even lied about being pregnant. Your actions are definitely something I should ask for compensation for. But no excuses will change my mind. But if you still want to make excuses, please contact my lawyer. Only if you think you can win.
Okay, we'll pay you, ma'am.
Like that, the both of them went home. The father was pale and the daughter was looking down, looking like she was about to cry. And this incompetent guy right here who was left alone. He's trembling wildly.
Paige, we won't be getting a divorce, right?
Huh? Hey, man, what did you just say?
Because she was lying about her pregnancy. Someone who can firmly state their opinion like you, Paige, is more fit to be my wife, rather than a woman who lies. I'm glad I found out that Catherine was a liar before I got divorced.
John, open your ears wide and listen carefully.
What?
Get out of my house right now!
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. Please forgive me.
After that, I contacted my parents-in-law and asked them to pick John up. Our divorce was arranged. I received child support and $2 million as compensation from John and $1.5 million from Catherine. Their parents were the ones who paid, but they kicked them out of the house and made them pay the money back by working at difficult live-in jobs. The rumors spread quickly and her mother had to close down her class. She even said she'll sue her own daughter. In order to pay me back the money he borrowed, John had to sell his car, which he was so proud of. He's working every day giving up his sleep, and I heard he's like a worn-out piece of cloth now. Serves him right. Now that I got a divorce, I no longer had to deal with financial problems, so I live a peaceful life every day.
Mom, I want to start a new after-school activity.
Oh, what do you want to learn?
A class for kid detectives. It's my dream to become a talented detective who would reveal all the secrets of the bad guys.
That's great. I bet you can become one, Pam. Alrighty, I might start taking the class with you, Pam.
Good idea. If we both become detectives, we'll make our own agency and solve all the unsolved mysteries. Oh, but in that case, I'm definitely gonna be the head of the agency.
Of course, Miss Pam. Maybe we'll really become detectives in the future. Just kidding.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!